Thanks.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Now here's George. Misses the 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one. Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
And so here are the Clippers. Following the score by Minnesota. Leonard passes to Wall. Clock at 6. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Now here's Towns, outside Edwards. And he drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Nice shot by George.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Russell. Pass to Towns. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Leonard for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Prince. Fires in the triple.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
George outside. Morris outside. Pass to Leonard. The kick out to Morris. George with it. From the paint. Uses the glass to drop it in. George has got 5 now.
Not a lot of wings are willing to score inside like Paul George. I mean, part of why he's elite at his position.
Here's Edwards driving to the basket. Oh, misses the dunk.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you don't hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Leonard attacking. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
That hoop is what makes Kawhi so lethal. I mean, you have to respect the outside shot, but he can also take it right to the basket.
Now here's Edwards. Back to Russell. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Man, I like the quick hands of Wall. I mean, seeing him jump all over the opposition and get into the passing lanes to come up with the steal, that's impressive work.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Wall. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Morris finds Zubac. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Wall, the pass to George. The shot, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. It's Edwards on the wing. He has 6. He takes it in. An easy 2 on the layup. Give him 8.
Well, the defense trying to throw Edwards off with some contact, but he smartly stays focused on his shot.
Wall against Russell. Leonard outside. And here's Wall. Lets it go from deep. Towns with a rebound. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. To the paint. Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Leonard outside. The three is up. Pass to Zubac. Now George. And the jam by George.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Anthony Edwards. Man, it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3, small forward. The kick out to Morris. The officials have been a little stingier with the whistle recently. Clark, you think fewer fouls called is good for the game?
I like to see the game played with a certain amount of flow. So you got to give some latitude to the physicality. And I am in favor of fewer fouls being called. The officials do a good job, I think, of judging advantage, disadvantage. And it's much more appealing to the fans when the game flows more fluidly.
The Clippers trail. Now Wall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. The Clippers call timeout.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So it's the Clippers now. Now here's George. He's got 7. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
Boy, George rising up with great confidence and strength. Threw it down with authority.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
Now, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's Zubac. Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Zubac. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Minnesota in the lead. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Pass to Leonard. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Leonard's got 8.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
Now here's Towns. The 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. George outside. Oh, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow.
And that's what it takes, guys. Athleticism, coordination, and a bunch of confidence and fearlessness.
Here's Russell. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Boy, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
Leonard passes to Wall. Back to Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Wall. 5 on the clock. George drives in. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Look at how high why George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
The three from Russell. Offensive board. Gobert. Deflected. Left side wall. Kicks it to George. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
George with the assist.
George against Edwards. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac finds George. Over Edwards. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Oh, George really feeling it right now. Another bucket to his credit.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Towns into the lane. Pass to Prince. Right side Edwards. The three from Russell. And Wall pulls it down.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Throws it up high. Leonard's shot's good. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Can they get it? It's Edwards.
What a throwdown!
Nice. Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but...
Thanks, Allie. After... And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA. It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Covington finds Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to Noel. 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. There's the drive. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Nick Batum. He's off on the first. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Anderson for 3. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Nice recognition here by Robert Covington, seeing a lane to the bucket and pouncing on it immediately.
Here's Rivers. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's the 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. 3-pointer. That shot missing. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Jackson outside. Outside Covington. Launches a three. Anderson pulls it down. The Timberwolves trail. On the wing, Rivers. Covered by Covington. Anderson inside. Jackson on him. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Powell's shot is off.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter.
Tuck one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Timberwolves shooting 52% from the floor so far. Here's Rivers. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to McDaniels. On the wing, Noel. This for the tie! And that one good. Noel's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And he can't make it 3 for 3.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Jackson finds Covington. Picked by Covington. Here's Kennard. Three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Reed. It's McDaniels on the wing. Knocks down the long J. McDaniels got 7 points in the game.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Powell outside. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. Kicks it out to Kennard for 3. He drops it from range. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
It's good if it goes. Off target from downtown. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a top. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. George outside. Puts up a 3. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Here's Leonard. George. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Leonard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And so Towns nails them both.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Leonard. Puts it up. Off the left rim and out.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Pass to Morris. Out to Leonard. Outside Wall. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Gobert against Wall. Tipped.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
To the wing, right side. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
The kick out to Wall. Morris outside. Pass to Leonard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Towns with the ball. Shot from the top of the key. The offensive rebound. That one is off. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. And Gobert with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac passes to Morris. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Edwards with it. That's tipped. It's stolen by Wall. Inside. Deflects the pass. To the paint. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
This is what John Wall is built to do. Attack the defense, create for himself and others.
Edwards against George. Right side Edwards. Here's Towns. They get it back. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, breaks the aggressive dunk attempt. Left side Wall. Pass to Zubac. Morris outside. George, right side. Back to Wall. Clock at 6. The kick out to Morris. To take the lead. Minnesota with a rebound. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Money.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. George passes to Wall.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
But all Russell has to do is push out the distractions and focus on the task at hand. He can do this. Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timber. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one.
Here we go.
And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now here's Paul. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
Well, the defense has to stay up on Chris Paul. When he sees separation, he's going to find an angle to get you.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Count that one.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
George passes to Morris. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Shot by Crowder, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. George finds Wall. Outside for George. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
This is what you expect. Paul George can get it going from the perimeter like that.
Now here's Booker. Wide open look. And he gets the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Wall against Paul. Morris kicks to George. Out to Morris. Pass to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. Again, Los Angeles.
And that was just a case of John Wall exerting his will, not going to be denied inside.
All up top, covered by Wall. Bridges outside. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Morris throws it down.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Now here's Booker. Shoots the 3. Morris with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard dishes to George. Pass to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 6.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Here is Wall. Following the basket by Chris Paul. 5 to shoot. George with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And it's George missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ayton. Paul's got 7.
This is how Chris Paul keeps the defense honest, making enough threes that you can't leave him alone anywhere on the floor.
Out to Morris. Outside Leonard. Back to Morris. There's the triple. Leonard inside. He's against Bridges. Leonard with the bucket.
Kawhi operating in the painted area. So tough to stop.
Here's Paul. He's got 7. Booker with the screen for Paul. Plays it up off the glass. He's got 9.
Well, he's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
At the end of one, a closely contested game. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Ball against Paul. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers in the lead. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
George has gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Booker's shot is good.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Ball against Wall. Booker outside. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles leading by 5. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
You love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
You want a feature? Come on and make some noise.
Here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. In the corner, it's Bridges. Feeds to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Paul. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. He rifled that one in from distance. Leonard's got 7. Brent, do you think shooting has improved over the years, or are there just more good shooters on the floor?
Well, Kevin, if you had a bubble, I'd be bursting it right now. Because if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe go 20 years, shooting has not changed. Percentages have not changed, both from two-point land, three-point land, free throw line. It's not that there are more good shooters in the league. There's just more surprises as to who it is you see taking the shots.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Clippers leading by 10. George with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Morris kicks to George. From the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one, good.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Paul against Wall. Left side, George. Morris finds George. The kick out to Wall. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, what a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Norman Powell's checked in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Kicks it out to Booker. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Kennard. Outside, Wall. Passes it to Batum. And he gets it to go. Batum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
The shot, no good. And so it's the loss. Thank you, David. We'll be back after half.
Your Clippers, 32. The Suns, 19.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got Wall. Robert Covington out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Covington with the steal. Left side, Jackson. Covington a screen on Lee. Kennard for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Sharks with it. Now Covington defending. Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. But these guys scoring in a variety of ways. Really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
Got a piece of it.
Jock Randall, first personal foul. First team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Powell, the pass to Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Suns call time. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And the dunk by Powell.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Lee outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sharge. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 15. Covington wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Shamet kicks to Johnson. The pass to Landale. Good D by Covington.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Lee with the steal. Shamet with it. Jackson on him. And that one's good. Shamet.
And Šarić, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside for Jackson.
2 minutes.
Pass to Batum from deep. He can't hit that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No good from Booker. Clippers leading by 13. Back to Kennard. The dive for the ball. Bridges with the steal. Booker outside. Bridges outside. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Jackson. He kicks to Batum. Jackson misses. Suns trail by 13. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
The drive by Jackson. Can't hit the free throw line jump. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Crowder kicks to Booker. And an intentional foul right there. So Monty Williams wants to talk it over here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
There's 31 seconds left in the third. Leonard with the steal. Morris kicks to George. Off target with his 3. Suns trail by 11. Paul outside. Over Wall. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Crowder. Paul's got 11 points.
And Chris Paul is so comfortable operating in the mid-range.
Down low, Morris. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 9-point lead to end the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Hop it forward. They'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And here's George for 3. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Suns trail by 9. Here's Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Suns. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And the Suns call time.
And hey, how about the career for a guy like Jay Crowder?
This guy has played some volleyball. He doesn't mind playing inside. And I think guys love to have a guy who takes on that physical responsibility to be the tough guy on the team, something Jay Crowder enjoys doing himself.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David.
And anytime Crowder gets to the rim, he likes to send a message.
Leonard looking over the floor. Driving inside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Booker dishes to Ayton. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Back to George. Unloads. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Bridges with the steal. To tie it up. And it's laid in by Paul. Paul's got it all tied up now for the Suns. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Suns.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
2 minutes.
Here's George. Pass to Zubac. They can't stop the run with that one. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
And there's just been countless times where CP3 has been in this situation. He craves it, and he's not rattled at all.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Wall passes to Morris. In the corner, George with it. Shot from the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. That's 10 points for George.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Ball against Wall. Takes it out to Booker. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
The pressure is on, but Booker can handle it. He just has to trust himself.
Clippers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And Wall, here we go now. And it goes down 2 points.
And how about the conviction to his craft? Wall has trust that his ability will shine through in big moments.
Wall against Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Knocks down the 3-ball. Booker's got the lead up to 6 now for Phoenix.
And Booker, not just an onlooker. How about that one?
The shot by George, wide open. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Paul with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. Yes!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really... Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Ball and oh my goodness, what a play!
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Paul passes to Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Up top, Russell. He gets that one.
With the gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
Paul outside. Over Russell. Paul can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
First quarter, just over a minute played.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Now Booker, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. Phoenix, no good that time either. Edwards kicks to Prince. Edwards with it. Chris Paul covering. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards dishes to Gobert. It's hauled in by the Suns. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Outside Edwards. And there's... Oh,
yes! Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Monty Williams. David, what did he have to say?
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. And here's Edwards after Mikal Bridges hitting the three. Towns down low, defended by Crowder. Towns, no luck.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Got that one up quick.
All too easy from the veteran Paul, sizing up the defense and pulling up with confidence.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's Booker after the basket by Minnesota. 5 on the clock. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Crafty play by Booker inside, navigating to a point-blank look at the basket.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
1:15 left in the first quarter. Here's Russell. Kicks it out to Prince. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Paul. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell. quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns. You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack of Paul strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
Russell finds Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. Booker in the corner. Over Prince. Phoenix, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball against Edwards. Now Towns. No points in the game yet for him. Plays it up and banks it in.
Improving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He now. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. On the court for the Suns, Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward.
I love how creative Paul is at penetrating inside. Talented at reading angles and exploiting the holes in the D.
Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Kicks it out to Booker. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Booker. It's stolen by Edwards.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Free throw good, Russell. One thing you hear about officiating is you're able to get away with much more in the paint, Richard, than you are on the perimeter. So what's the solution? Call it closer in the paint and looser on the outside? Where should we go?
I think you just need to let them play everywhere, to tell you the truth. Because I like it when games become a little bit more physical. Because you get to see who's in the best condition. You get to see who are the stronger players. And then up top, you got to be smart. Because the smart will take from the strong.
Shot clock at 2. Edwards can't hit.
I tried to create some extra space there, but not able to hit the tough leaning jumper.
And the wide open shot from Crowder. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. And it's Towns penetrating. And Towns throws it down.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
Ball passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over. Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. There's the dish to Gobert. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns trail by 4. Booker looking around. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Here's Towns. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you gotta like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And Towns drops them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Paul. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Just impressive, excellent take and make by Paul.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Russell, no good. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 3. And Crowder slams it in.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
The Suns shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Here's Edwards. And he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Goes up on the high post. Again, Phoenix.
There aren't a lot of guys in this league who shoot mid-range, but Paul, he's one of them.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And stolen by Ayton.
Oh, that was slick right there. Great timing to come up with that.
Russell against Paul. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Wow, even against contact, defense does all they can to stop Paul inside, and he still slips by them.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And here's Booker. He has 5. In the corner, it's Bridges. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Here's Russell. Gobert in the corner. Prince wide open. Offline with his 3. Suns leading by 3. And stolen by Prince. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And one of the offensive forces in the league. When Towns wants to score, it is really hard to keep him from his spots.
Here's Paul. And he banks in the layup. Paul's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great hit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. And it's Rivers. Then there's Reed. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Good work there as it goes.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now here's Rivers. He's covered by Shamet. Here's McDaniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Sharge.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Timberwolves look good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Taking 2 shots.
They can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
The shot by Sharch, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Lets it go with the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Shamet's got the lead up to 6 now for Phoenix. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
No good from Lee. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Lee with the steal. Shamet kicks to Johnson. Nice move. And he lays it up and in. And the Suns lead by 6.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Noel. Covered by Lee. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Phoenix shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
Minnesota calls timeout. Suns leading by 7. And talking about Dario Saric, a role player, Richard, who does whatever is asked of him.
Yeah, those are the players that you need. You want a guy that doesn't care if he's starting or coming off the bench. This is a guy that just wants to win. And his selfless attitude helps serve as a catalyst for this team.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Out to Lee. There's the three. Reed with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Phoenix calls timeout. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Phoenix has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Paul looking around. Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. And there's the feed to Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Here's Edwards. No good there. And Phoenix will come the other way. Crowder with it. Now guarded by Towns. Bridges shot. Good.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Edwards dishes to Russell. 1:04 left in the third quarter. That's a 2 from Towns. Money from the wing. That's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Bridges outside. Back to Paul. Clock at 6. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The crafty Paul is hard to cover. He takes pleasure in toying with the defenders and drawing fouls.
For Phoenix, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Russell against Paul. Russell passes to Towns. It's Prince on the wing. Outside Edwards.
Oh, wow! That is powerful. And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Now here's Paul. 17 points in the game. Over Russell. Connects on the 17-footer. Paul's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
No question, Paul is playing with real heart on offense. He is not afraid to carry the load.
And so it's Phoenix. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Russell. On the court now for the Suns. Getting going here in the fourth. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Russell against Paul. Russell dishes to Gobert.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Russell feeling it out a bit. And it's Towns missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Here's Paul, and there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Here's Edwards. Good work defensively by Paul. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns. Free throw, good, Booker.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
All right, David, thanks.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Edwards drives in.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've led by as much as 10. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
The wily vet Paul able to score down low.
Edwards looking it over. Takes it inside.
And you know what?
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now. The previous play in detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Russell against Paul. Booker outside. On the wing, Bridges. 6 to shoot. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Edwards against Bridges. Edwards. Ooh, what a slam! What a slam!
Gracious. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Paul. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
And Edwards with the stop.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Russell against Paul. The pass to Bridges. Booker outside. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Booker.
There is no on-off switch for Booker. He is always in attack mode.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
You hope the leaving points of the line won't come back to haunt them.
There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Paul is doubled. Bridges, no one around him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Bridges got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns. Towns a screen on Paul. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Paul with the ball. Shoots from 12. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that.
Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Minnesota foul. D'Angelo Russell. Fourth personal foul.
It's the first. That'll push the lead to double digits.
I've been watching this game a long time, and there is absolutely nothing that Paul can't do on the basketball court. Really does have the whole package. Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game out.
And finished off by Edwards.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Paul against Russell. Now Paul. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time.
Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. And for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Now here's Zubats. George finds Leonard. He takes it in. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Right wing. Towns for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Now here's Wall. Kicks it to George. On the take. And George with the jam.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Edwards against George.
Attack! This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Morris. George outside. From the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Got it.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more?
Oh, wait a second.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Leonard. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Wall against Russell. Pass to Prince. Outside Edwards. Back to Prince. Now here's Towns. 3 on the clock. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Wall finds Zubats. Back to Wall. Now Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Three-pointer. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Leonard's got 5.
Love the focus Leonard has at the arc. He won't take shots he doesn't like.
Here's Edwards. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Wall against Russell. Right side Wall. Leonard passes to Morris. Outside Wall. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And he gets the bucket. Wall's gotten his second bucket.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
The kick out to Edwards. Back to Russell. Towns down low. Guarded by Morris. Towns can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. George passes to Wall. Morris outside. Here's Leonard. And there's another one for the Clippers.
An all-NBA first-teamer in 2016, Kawhi can drop points on you from anywhere.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, what a powerful finish. You could feel the impact.
Oh, he's going to be bragging about that one later, and for good reason, too, man.
Fellas, that was ruthless. He threw it down with some authority.
Here's George. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 5 now.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up 5. And we'll... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Clippers on D. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Over to the wing. Back to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. The 3-ball. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Timeout called, the Timberwolves. All right, Smitty, let's talk defense. Yes, that side of the ball. What makes a great defensive player in today's game?
I think the number one thing for me is grit. Also, D is about heart and desire. The best defenders never take a play off. They play hard all the time. They also study film, and a lot of playing defense is mental.
Here's Zubats. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his 3rd foul so far. Here's Towns. Pass to Prince. And he lobs it up. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
That free throw good from Morris. A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
Timeout call, the Timberwolves.
For the First Avenue Breakers.
Both free throws good from Morris. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style and attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Pass to Morris. Towns against Wall. Morris for 3. Prince grabs the miss. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. Here's Prince. Back to Edwards. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Zubats. George outside. Leonard on the wing. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
George outside. Pass to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's got 9 points.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
The kick out to Edwards. There's the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Oh, man, talk about hang time. What a wicked double clutch finish.
Hey, when you have that kind of space, you're allowed to get fancy. Wall, the pass to George. Drops in the 3. Give him 8.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Out to Leonard. 4-3. Prince grabs the miss. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter.
And for a man his size, it's amazing how Gobert gets up and down the court.
Wall against Russell. Pass to George. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Right side, Russell. Here's Towns. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And that one falls for Towns. The Clippers in the lead. Wall with it. George outside. Back to Wall. George outside. Down low. Uncovered. And there's Wall. That one's good. On the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 7. George against Edwards. The Clippers grab the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Wall, the pass to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Stolen by Russell. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Wall against Russell. Out to Leonard. Wall with it. Takes a 3. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Wall's got 9 points.
Some speedy shooting from Wall. He gets the pass and puts his shot right up to beat the D.
Pass to Towns. 2 on the clock. Oh, they something else. Wow.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Jalen Noel out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Anderson in at the 4-man position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. The drive by Rivers. Here's Noel. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Noel's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Wall, the pass to Morris. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. And the layup is good off the glass. He's got 14.
What an effort from Kawhi so far on offense. He's working hard and finding plenty of shots.
Rivers' shot is off.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Minnesota calls timeout. And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Nice move. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Norman Powell. First one falls for him. And so he hits both. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Jackson. In transition, here they come for the finish. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Once you get Austin out in space, his quickness and fluidity really shines.
Jackson, the pass to Covington. There's the three. Jackson can't get it to go. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. It's McDaniels on the wing. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to Noel. Takes the three. Batum pulls it in. For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And there's the lob. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Misread each other on the pass. Tried to recover, but too late.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Here's Rivers, defended by Jackson. Here's Noel. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Pass to Jackson. Powell with it. Jackson down low. Here's Kennard. Offensive rebound. Back to Jackson. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it in. And the Clippers lead by 6.
A rare offensive rebound for Reggie Jackson, but he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
Outside, Anderson. Over Covington. Anderson gets the bucket.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Jackson outside. Pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Jackson. Batum, right side. Just 4 to shoot. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Kennard. No good from outside for Minnesota. They've got 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Noel gets the 3 to fall. And it's now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Covington finds Jackson. Back to Covington. Kicks it out to Jackson. Kennard outside. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Offline from the top of the key. To the inside. For the lead. Here's Anderson. Tries again. And the layup is good. Anderson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great position on the boards there. Kyle, such a smart player. And then you have to love the finish.
Picked by Covington. Tipped. Fast break, Minnesota. Left side, McDaniels. Pass to Rivers. McDaniels with it. 3 seconds left. Doesn't go for him. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The T-Wolves on top. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one spot. Minnesota in the lead. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Clippers have possession. Leonard passes to Wall. Now George. Zubats with a screen on Edwards. George for three. Minnesota with a rebound. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Wall. Zubats finds Wall to the paint. Now here's Morris. Back to George. And that's an intentional foul. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's George. And the jam by George.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. Pass to Prince. 5 on the clock. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. George outside. To tie it up. George with another miss. George has gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. Edwards with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Russell against Wall. Pass to Prince. Launches it. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
George passes to Leonard. Now Wall, guarded by Russell. Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. From outside the arc. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And he's going for the oop here. And Edwards slams it in.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Morris passes to Wall. Yes, it's good.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Wall against Russell. Pass to Prince. It's stolen by Leonard. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Something I've noticed is how aggressive they've been on driving the basketball. Time and time again, they've turned cracks in the defense into points.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire. He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. No coverage that time.
Coming into the league, Wall didn't take many threes, but he's added this dimension to his game.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Russell. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Oh, and Russell loves to remind us that he has ice in his veins. Big-time bucket.
Wall, the pass to Morris. Back to Wall. The The kick out to Morris. Edwards against George. From downtown. Oh, good D by Edwards.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Oh, George with a steal.
Kawhi, this is money in the bank for his career, over 85% from the line.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. Fires for 3. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Edwards. They grab their own miss. The shot misses. Leonard against Edwards. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. There's 6 seconds left to play in the 4th. It's Edwards with a drive. Count it!
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a... Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
NBA, and not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard.
I can't imagine the fans have ever rattled Kawhi Leonard when he's at the free throw line. Heck, when he's on the court at any point, it's impossible to make that guy crack.
Now here's Paul. The kick out to Crowder. Pass to Booker. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. Over the Wall. That one a little long. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. When you look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. It's good shot selection and great consistency. That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Paul surveying the floor. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Wall. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
Shot clock at 5. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Right side Crowder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Crowder just muscling up and playing some man ball in there.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Ball against Wall. Out to Morris. Shoots over Crowder.
And Crowder not giving up an inch on that shot attempt.
Morris, no good.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And here's Wall. After Devin Booker getting his shot.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. Booker against George.
2 minutes.
Offensive rebound. Ayton. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Paul George with the steal.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
And here's Leonard from 3. Ball's not loose. George passes to Morris. Morris with a screen on Booker. The shot by George, wide open. No good from outside. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Driving inside. Bridges kicks to Crowder. There's the triple. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Second team foul.
Marcus Morris picks one up there. Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game.
Coming in as a second-round pick in 2012, Jay Crowder has earned his spot in the NBA and has been part of some very big-time winning teams. He's gaining that reputation as a hard-nosed defender, and that's what he'll keep.
Now here's Leonard. Misses the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Crowder with the steal. Paul left side. Hands the shot from the wing.
Mid-range master Chris Paul at it again.
The Clippers trail. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. George passes to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac, that's good.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Paul outside. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Crowder's got 6.
Important for this offense to have a perimeter threat that's being provided for them right now by Jay Crowder.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Paul outside. Booker outside. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. No good on the three. He's off on that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns UK.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Crowder kicks to Paul. From the arc. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Booker throwing himself into the mix that time to get a second chance opportunity.
Wall attacking. And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to Wall. Left side, George. Tipped away. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Wall passes to George. Shot clock at 4. 6 to shoot. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
Now Wall, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Ayton inside. Zubac defending, and it's Ayton missing. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Trains the three-pointer. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
And here's Crowder. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Phoenix, no good that time either.
2 minutes.
Bounce pass from Morris.
2 minutes.
George finds Zubats. Here's George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's in there. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Passes it to Leonard. He dishes it to George. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Phoenix ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Well, Phoenix shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Ayton a screen on Wall. Hall. No good, unable to end this run.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Oh, Ayton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Ball against Paul. Out to Morris. Back to Wall. Drives to the hoop. The Clippers rebound. Outside, George for the three. The Clippers get another chance here. Here's Zubats outside for George. Pass to Zubats. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's George. Back to Leonard. George looking over the floor. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, David, thank you. We'll be
18. The Clippers, 20.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Batum in at the 5. And here are the Clippers now. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Jackson finds Powell. Back to Jackson. Covington in the corner. Now here's Jackson. Back to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. The shot off that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Powell with the steal. Batum passes to Powell. Covington kicks to Jackson. And there's the call on Dario Saric.
Dario Saric.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. It's Powell with the drive. Here's Batum. Phoenix grabs the miss. Saric outside. Off target from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Covington dishes to Batum. Shamet with the steal. Saric looking around. Phoenix no good that time either. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They're scoreless since the first half. Here's Covington. Count the basket.
That's a tough shot as Covington finds a way that time.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Powell against Johnson. The three. Phoenix no good that time either.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Lee passes to Shaman. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Landry Shamet, one of those guys continuing to hone his skills, trying to become more of an impactful player in the two-way format, both on defense and with that shooting ability.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Jackson up top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard against Lee. 4 on the clock. Here's Covington. The rebound by Johnson. The Suns leading. Covington with the steal. Outside Jackson. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now, here's Shaman. Tight defense on him. On the wing, Johnson. Guarded by Powell. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Landale. Covington with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Now Shaman. Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Phoenix ball.
.107 left in the third quarter. Here's Lee, and he lays it straight in. Lee's got 5.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Lee with the steal. Judge has the open look. Sinks the triple. Judge has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Jaric playing confident now. There was no hesitation that time.
Jackson looking around. Kennard on the wing. Going inside. Takes it out to Covington. There's the dish to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kennard for 3. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And here is Powell. Covington in the corner. Powell with it. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Suns ahead.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Clippers trail. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Pop it forward. They'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now, here's Zubas. Leonard kicks the wall. 5 to shoot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Second personal foul.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
Bridges finds Booker. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Suns.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
Now, here's Zubac. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
George against Booker. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Booker, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Leonard. To take the lead, he lays it in.
Kawhi Leonard.
And the Clippers lead by 1.
That's great touch from the swingman as Kawhi knows that he can capitalize from that area and he can get there anytime he wants.
That's a 2 from Paul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Booker looking around. He kicks to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Over Wall. And he overshot that one, missing.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Took him no time at all on that one. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
On the pass to Ayton. Will it go? Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Wall kicks to Leonard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Phoenix ball.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 4-point game. Fires from the wing. They get the rebound. Moves back up. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wall finds Zubac. Now Leonard. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim for that finish.
And the Suns call time here. They're behind by 6. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulmer. David?
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappy. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
I just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
All against Paul. Paul passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now here's Paul. He takes it in, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's what you expect from one of the greatest defenders maybe this league has ever seen. Great play by Kawhi that time.
Back to Crowder. Bridges sets the screen for Crowder. The tray. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And taken away by Paul.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
And Ayton throws it down.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
George against Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. And Wall kicks to George. Makes it off the glass.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
So the Clippers with the win. They seem to... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for you.
look of confidence. And it's the Suns to start out. And here's Paul. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special. Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Russell against Paul. Pass to Booker. And here's Bridges. And he can't get that one. Good work defensively by Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. To the wing on the left. Towns against Crowder. Towns gets the bucket.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Russell against Paul. Outside for Booker. The 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Russell with the ball. The kick out to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the raft.
Booker with it. Russell covering. Down low. Here's Paul. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Pass to Russell. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Edwards. Here's Prince. 6 to shoot. Back to Edwards. Shoots over Booker. The rebound by Bridges.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows. And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
Now here's Russell. Outside Edwards. Paul with a steal. Takes it inside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Paul's quickness on the drive, too much for the defense. They just can't find a way to stop him.
And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Here's Paul. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the shot goes down.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Aiden beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. That's good from Towns on the assist by Russell.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges outside. Shoots from the line. The kick out to Paul. Oh, swiped away. And here comes the break. Towns for 3. The offensive rebound. The Suns trailing. Bridges, left side. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Ayton. Paul against Russell. Crowder right side. This one for three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Pass to Edwards. Four seconds left. With 1 on the clock. And it's good on the lay-in. Edwards has got 8.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting box.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team. That's right, Suns.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3. Small forward. They get it back. Aiden. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Minnesota ball.
Minnesota in the lead.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Paul against Russell. Pass to Prince. Now here's Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. And he drives in. And Edwards slams it in.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better. He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. Takes a 3. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Second quarter of action. About a minute and a half played. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
They've been undisciplined defensively, getting themselves into foul trouble far too early.
Goes up off the inbound. And down it goes. 2 points. Towns has got 6.
Excellent job by Towns to stick with it. He didn't let the defender get to him there.
Paul against Russell. 16 feet out. Paul can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Paul and stolen by Bridges. Crowder tips it back in.
I like what I saw on both ends that time, hustling on defense to create some offense.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul so far. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3. Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Puts up a 3. Prince with the bucket. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you know Prince is feeling it when he takes this shot. Love the confidence.
Bridges, a screen on Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Bridges down low. Prince is there. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Clock at 6. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, there's the alley. In transition, here come the Suns. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Whenever CP3 gets his hands on the ball, you know he's going to turn it up court right away. He loves initiating the break.
Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. Outside Edwards. Drives to the hoop. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, Towns is one of the biggest inside-outside threats in the league and shooting a great percentage from deep.
Here's Paul. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Phoenix foul.
You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability, but he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
50 seconds left in the second period. Outside Paul. Booker with a screen on Russell for 3. Bridges. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Russell to pass to Towns. Crowder with a steal in transition. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam.
We've seen Booker put up crazy numbers. He's got a nose for scoring points.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. 4-3. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Paul. And the first half now in the books. Timberwolves ahead, up 9. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Fans, get ready for the Milwaukee.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
We've got Damian Lee, Cameron Johnson out there with Dario Saric. And then it's Landry Shamet, and it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Monty Williams as we begin the second half. Here's Shamet. Outside Johnson. Three-pointer. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Reed, and he lobs it up. Got a hand on it. Pass to Johnson. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3.
Obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Here's Rivers. Outside Anderson. Back to Rivers. And here's McDaniels. Lays it up and banks it in. McDaniels got his first bucket in this one.
Not exactly sure what the defense is thinking. You know he's going to be aggressive coming out of the half.
That's a mistake they cannot afford to repeat very often. I mean, you can't leave him alone like that. He'll torch you.
Here's Landale. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Noel, covered by Johnson. Pass to Reed. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Here's Rivers. It's McDaniels on the wing. He buries it from 3. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Shamet. A good look from Johnson. A good-looking shot from the wing. Johnson's got 5 points.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Here's Rivers. Driving to the basket. Left side Anderson. Rivers, good.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's stolen. McDaniels with it. 5 points in the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. They lead by 11. Largest margin of the game. Pass to Rivers. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's Noel. It's McDaniels on the wing.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Noel, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Sharic down low. Anderson covers. Sharic shot is off. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Shamet. Outside Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Anderson pulls it down. 1:15 left to play in the third. Sharic, high post, working on McDaniels. Pass to Shamet from behind the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Shamet's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Here's Noel. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Towns comes in for Anderson. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And Russell is subbed in for Rivers. Now here's Aiden. Crowder left side. Here's the 3. Drains the triple. Crowder's got 5 now.
Fantastic decision making. Aiden electing to move it for the high percentage look.
The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Paul. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's now only a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Now Towns. Just 3 on the clock. And he takes it up and lays it in. He's got 11.
You know, this is exactly why they give the ball to Towns down there. I mean, his combination of size, agility, shot repertoire makes him hard to deal with.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Now here's Edwards. Booker with the defensive effort. Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. Paul finds Booker. And stolen by Edwards. Russell with the ball. And it's Paul picking him up. Inside. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
They've been pounding any miss on the glass and cashing in on the offensive boards. I've been impressed with that aspect of their game.
Booker against Edwards. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Russell against Paul. Paul with a steal.
He saw the pass coming a mile away. Was perfectly positioned to intercept it. My Lord, the agility on that size. Hayden's on another level.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And Edwards slams it in.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Good on the bucket.
Chris Paul reminding all the young players out there, I may be a future Hall of Famer, but I still got game right now in the mid-range.
Here's Edwards into the lane, and Edwards slams it in.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Here's Paul. Booker with it. He's picked up by Edwards, and Paul gets it to go.
Chris, so good at being able to provide whatever his team needs, always ready to step up.
Edwards against Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside for Booker. Pulls it. That one off the back iron and out.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job in selling in transition. Has a really good understanding of how to fill the lane and get where he needs to be.
Pass to Aiden. The dive for the ball. On the wing, Crowder. Back to Aiden. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower? Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Outside for Booker. Going inside. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
His ability to score on the move is part of what makes Booker so dangerous. He's just not a spot-up shooter.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Minnesota in the lead. Edwards finds Russell. Pass to Towns. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Devin Booker. The Suns have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Crowder, pass to Aiden. It's blocked by Gobert. Here's Russell. And the layup falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Paul. Rebound Minnesota. Russell against Paul. Now here's Russell. Defense right on him. Pass to Prince. And so it's Minnesota with the W. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.